Hey guys, what is going on? Welcome back to the channel as we continue talking about the horror movies of the 1980s and the year 1982. And today we're talking about The Ghost Dance. Now, this is one that I was able to find on YouTube to stream, and that's how I watched it. But there is a Blu ray available from Vinegar Syndrome. Now, this film, I tried to do this video yesterday, guys. I did. I kept doing it over and over and over again. I couldn't figure out how I wanted to talk about this film because it's not that crazy of a story that it's not hard to follow. But for some reason, I was just really having a struggle doing it. It's a supernatural slasher, and it deals with the remains of this Native American that were found at this burial site. And the woman who's leading this dig, she starts experiencing things, and she's a professor at like a college, so she wants to her and her colleague want to bring the body back, do some testing on it, check it out. But guys, they're not the only ones who want this body and are interested in who this person is. This gentleman who I've heard some people saying, even like IMDb has this guy listed as a medicine doctor. Now, maybe I missed it in my, when I watched it. Maybe I missed them saying it. But I don't remember them saying he was a medicine man. This Native American, and he wants to be able to bring this person back. Basically harness the spirit of this person who was not a nice person. He was a murderer, and he winds up getting possessed by this spirit. But this spirit is also able to take over other people too and make them do the things that he wants them to do. The kills are decent. They're not. There's actually been pretty good kills in this one. Not over the top gory, but like I said, there are some decent kills, and it does have a pretty solid surprise ending that I didn't see coming. And it's just one of these films that I was able to find a video on YouTube of it from Vinegar Syndrome, since like I said, they did put out the Blu-ray for this. They had to do a restoration on this because the actual film itself was lost. They were able to find, another copy of it or whatever and do restoration that way in order to get it look good. And I think might want to add the Blu-ray to my collection at some point. Is it a great film? I don't think it's a great film, but I think there's something there that I do find enjoyable about it. And I'll tell you right now, if Vinegar Syndrome's restoration, if their copy on Blu-ray looks anything near as good as because the YouTube one looked pretty darn solid. If it looks anything near as good as that, I think it's gonna be a pretty solid release to pick up. But like I said, I found this one to be, pretty enjoyable for the most part. I was invested in the characters. Our main protagonist, the woman who's leading this dig, she's does a really solid job in this film. And the gentleman who plays her boyfriend, he's a Native American as well. He not the greatest actor. I put it that way. He's not the most solid actor in the world, and he doesn't believe that he has a reason for everything that she's seeing or hearing, and he doesn't want to believe her because as a child he experienced some things that happened, and he kind of like distanced himself from that, from the Native American culture that he was raised with. So he doesn't want to believe it. But of course, as the film goes on, he's not going to have a choice, guys. He's going to have to, because he starts experiencing things as well. So he's not going to have a choice but to believe what his girlfriend is saying. And like I said, she does a solid job acting wise. He not so much as far as the gentleman's acting goes. But overall, I think it's an enjoyable film. Like I said, it's not going to win any awards. It's not going to be the greatest film you've ever seen, but I think there's something enjoyable there. And like I say, I definitely think I might want to pick up that Blu-ray at some point because I want to hear more about what they went through to get this film back to looking, the quality that it looks. Well, at least when I saw on YouTube, I can just imagine how good it looks from the Vinegar Syndrome, because Vinegar Syndrome never disappoints, guys, as far as what they put into making a film look and bringing it back to life. So, The Ghost Dance from 1982. Like I said, check it out on YouTube. Get the chance. Or if you want to just go ahead and pick up the Blu-ray from Vinegar Syndrome, you could do that as well. So guys, like, subscribe, and comment if you get the chance, and I'll catch you in another episode. Take care. Bye.